Hi, this is James Page at the INCA Conference 2023, and I'm pleased to be joined by Tim Stranack from Community Fibre, but also Chairman of INCA. Welcome, Mr. Chairman. Thanks for coming and talking to us.
Not at all. Pleasure to come and speak to you, James.
Good. Well, we're glad we managed to get some of your time. You're a busy man at the conference. You're chairing sessions, you're in sessions, and we'll talk about one in particular in a while. But maybe some overall thoughts so far? It's been a good conference.
Look, fantastic. We got record numbers here this year, which is great given the current economic climate, because we thought we might be slightly down on numbers. In fact, we've got more people, more networking opportunities than ever, and it's so good just to get the feel from senior people in the industry of what they see as the key themes going forward over the next year. So really valuable from that perspective.
I think it's also of great credit to INCA that we have also managed to secure Sir Chris Bryant, the Shadow Minister, here in person on the same day as the autumn statement. I think that says a lot about how maybe politicians are seeing INCA and the work that it's doing.
It was so great that Sir Chris Bryant was able to come up this morning. Yeah, he was showing real commitment. He's got a busy day in London today, and he's actually made the effort to come up to Birmingham to our conference, which shows that even if we have a change of administration next year after a general election, it seems that the new administration is going to be as committed to infrastructure competition in the market. He said he was 100% committed to competition during his session, and that was really encouraging. I think encouraging for the investors into our market, that if there's a change of administration, there's not really going to be a fundamental change of approach.
It was a great session, and I think that one amongst several and lots of other interesting areas that have been covered while we've been here. I mean, one of which we particularly want to talk about is in the area of infrastructure sharing, and there's some new things to announce there.
Yeah, no, I think from talking to a lot of the other people around the organisation, being able to share infrastructure between operators and reduce the disruption of new telegraph poles and digging up the streets seems to be a growing theme. And so what INCA is announcing today is that we're going to set up a new special interest group on infrastructure sharing so that we can really focus on that topic and work with government and the regulator to improve the process for sharing infrastructure, not just with BT, but across the whole industry. And that has got to be a benefit to everybody. So I think we'll be discussing that in the board meeting next week, and hopefully from that we will get that special interest group set up.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for revealing that in this conversation. I think maybe one of the other things the board will talk about, one of the things that's certainly been good conversation here, is we've heard about a maturing market, and we've continued the conversation about moving from passing homes to actually attracting subscribers, is maybe a little change in the way we think about the way things get marketed, and we think about the branding that individual altnets are doing. So I wonder if you picked up anything this morning that was useful from that perspective.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think we've had some really good discussions this morning. As you say, focus in the last few years has been about building the network, and it's been more of an engineering task, but now very much focused, the market's very much focused on how do you bring people onto the network, how do you bring revenue paying customers onto the network. And there was a really interesting discussion this morning about the market always actually focused on price and speed, and consumers not really understanding that speed proposition, and trying to mature your branding, if you like, into focusing on particular customer segments and understanding what they particularly need, and then creating your brand and moving your brand to service those particular segments. I thought that was really interesting and insightful. We heard a little bit about what's happening in the US in that respect, and I think we can learn a lot in the UK from what's been going on there. So yeah, really interesting session that was.
Yeah, it was, and just shows the breadth of discussions and knowledge that people can pick up by being here, and those record numbers of delegates hopefully took away a lot from that session and from the rest. Tim, you've got plenty of other things to be doing this afternoon, I know, so thank you. Appreciate you coming and taking a few minutes to go over some of that with us here.
No, thank you for the opportunity to come and speak to you and just share some of the reflections from what has been a really fantastic and valuable conference.